Do you know what it means? Some people do. So Yo Vengo de las estrellas means I come from the stars. So people tell us we are made from the same material as the stars. Decided that everything is one. Un caminante de sueño soy. This means I'm a dream walker. But what does that mean? Next line. Por el camino de mis abuelos, por el camino me voy. So for the path that my grandfathers, that my ancestors have already set in motion, me voy. Note the repetition again and again. So, in order to bring forth my dreams, again and again, I have to remind myself that the way is not something I have to invent. It's something I have to allow to evolve. So we do not need to reinvent the wheel. As human beings, oftentimes, it seems to me a plague, a great illness, far more serious than the coronavirus in recent times, for the last 200 years, is this mania of human beings to try to control nature and dominate nature and reject what we've inherited. For thousands of years, human culture has been developing. And so I suggest that we have to step out of the revolutionary pattern of human history and step into a more evolutionary pattern. To stop the revolutionary way of rejecting that which is because we're not happy with the status quo, and so throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but having the presence and the honesty to recognize that a lot of what has come to us is fantastic. It may be corrupt, it may have problems, but that doesn't mean we just have to throw it out wholesale. Because if we're going to make a solution, we have to work together. And as soon as we attack that which is, we're wasting our energy in fighting. And if we want to create a solution, fighting is not going to create it. So for me, this is what this is about. This is the path of evolution that acknowledges the gifts that our ancestors have given us. How blessed we are to live at this time. We don't need to find out which herbs are safe to eat and have medicinal properties. Our ancestors already did it. Yeah? There's so much to be grateful for every day in just the simplest things that so many of our ancestors have done so much work to allow us to enjoy. So for me, this song's about this. It's about accepting the gifts that have come to us with humility and gratitude, and then doing our part to evolve them and build upon them and make them a little bit more adapted to the challenges we face now, but in an inclusive, reconciliatory way, if that makes sense. So this is the way I walk. Por el camino del sol, the way of the sun. So this is a Latin yoga song. Yoga is the way of the sun. You practice Surya Namaskara, yes? Yes? No? Yes? Yeah? What is Surya Namaskara? It's to offer myself to the energy of the sun. And what is the energy of the sun? Do you do those mantras for Surya Namaskara? What's the first one? Om Mitraya Namaha, to the friend. The sun who is the true friend. Without his rays. So I'm right, a new song is coming to me right now, and one of the words is like, remember, 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 you are not alone. Remember, 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 we all share the same home. The earth, she is our mother, the soil, the sea, the sky, the sun, our father, without his rays we die. It's a long song, but that's the part of the beginning. It's true, yeah? Yeah? So, por el camino del sol, the sun, how does the sun live? What does the sun do? All its life, it gives its gifts without inhibition, without reserve, wholeheartedly, joyfully, in every direction. It blesses everyone. So this is the way to be. To shine from the heart like the sun. Por el camino del corazón. The path of the heart. What is life if it's not a heartbeat? Yoga, an intrinsic principle, particularly in tantric schools, is this idea of all of life is pulsation. So for me to walk my path, I have to do my bit to get into rhythm. This is my dharma, the action that will allow me to bring my unique gifts into the wider sphere is by coming into rhythm, by acknowledging and owning all of who I really am and having the courage to live that gift, even if it goes against what I've been doing all the time up to now, for example. Por el camino de la luz, for I walk the path of light. Similar it is to the sun. Yo solo quiero estar en ti, madre tierra. So, acknowledging the earth as our mother, what does she show us? She shows us how to recycle things. You give to the earth, and she gives back to you. So may I learn to recycle. May I learn to transform my limitations into opportunities to grow. I would like to be in harmony with you, Mother. Where do we all come from? We all come from the womb. And before we came into the womb, we came from a union. So this is my desire. Amor, this Latin word, one of the connotations of amor is very beautiful. It's that which includes. So, Mother, you support in an inclusive way. You don't say no to anybody. Even if we abuse you, you still support us. You still enable our experience. So may I walk like you show me. And may I live in this inclusive way that helps bring everything back into the oneness that is really its innate capacity. Because I talked about the miracle to be grateful for, but this body, this body is already an expert at yoga. Because think, we're made of the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the space, yes? If I put water with some sediment in it in a glass, what happens? It separates, yeah? But here, earth, water, fire and space, they're all cohering day to day, yeah? So we have tremendous capacity for yoga. We just have to keep inviting and allowing it.